Have you spoken to your brother since the interview?
No, I haven't spoken yet, but I will do.
I think everyone hopes that the brothers will be able to heal this rift. Clearly, it does run deep. I mean, I think it speaks volumes that William hasn't yet picked up the phone to his brother. I think clearly he's needed some cooling off time. He was simply so angry over the interview and the fact that the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate, had been dragged into it all. But I think the feeling is that time is a healer. That's something that Harry himself said.
The relationship is space at the moment. And, you know, time heals all things, hopefully.
I can't imagine that both brothers won't be at the unveiling of the statue for Diana in July. She said she always wanted her boys to be close. And I think people saw an unbreakable bond between those boys. Things have come to blows. The relationship is clearly under a lot of strain, but hopefully behind closed doors, that can begin to heal. I'm told that Prince Harry hasn't yet booked his ticket home. Now that may have more to do with the pandemic and travel restrictions than it does this family rift, which has blown up in the wake of the Oprah interview. Certainly it's everyone's intention at Kensington Palace that the brothers really need to be shoulder by shoulder for the unveiling of the statue, which is dedicated to their mother. The fact that there is this division, this huge rift between them, I think everyone hopes it can be sorted out. As Prince Harry acknowledged in the interview, it's going to take time, there's work to be done. But I think really, however angry William is over this interview, and I'm told he is beyond livid, I think he does want a relationship with his brother in the future. It was no secret, of course, that William and Harry had fallen out. Harry himself said that they were on different paths. But I think what has really upset William is Kate being dragged into the interview.
A few days before the wedding, she was upset about something pertaining to, yes, the issue was correct about flower girl dresses, and it made me cry, and it really hurt my feelings.
Of course, Meghan revealing what actually happened over that bridesmaid dress fitting when, according to Meghan, she ended up in tears, not Kate, which was what had been reported in the media over here. I think that this argument that obviously happened behind closed doors has been dragged back up, but the Duchess has been involved, has really upset William. He's very, very protective of Kate, and it will be very upsetting for him that she's been dragged into this. I think the Duchess will also be very upset and disappointed to have been dragged in, and Meghan was very generous about Kate. She said she's a good person.
It wasn't a confrontation, and I actually think I don't think it's fair to her to get into the details of that because she apologized.
Okay.
And I've forgiven her, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would hope that she would have wanted that corrected. And maybe in the same way that the palace wouldn't let anybody else negate it, they wouldn't let her because she's a good person.
She didn't go into a huge amount of detail, but she did bring it all back up. And I think for Kate, who's always been very discreet, you don't hear about her having rows or falling out with people. I think this will be very upsetting. And I do know that behind the scenes, Kate really has tried to be a peacemaker and certainly tried to get the brothers back on an even keel. So I think, she will certainly be upset to have been pulled into this. I think William and to a degree Kate's feelings will be that this was a private episode. It was dealt with according to Meghan. Kate apologised, and apparently she sent flowers. So I think they would have considered it matter closed. I think the Cambridges will have hoped that it was the end of the matter. I think they will be upset that it has all been dragged up again.